Look at the fuzzy caterpillar all curled up. What's he gonna do? Oh, make it across the road. That was a close call. That caterpillar is scared shitless. Oh. No. No. We all make decisions every day, and these decisions determine our outcomes. If you decide to exercise one day or eat a healthy meal, you are one step closer to being fit. But you are not going to get anywhere by making just one decision. It's consistent decision making, conscious decision making that you transform into rituals which get things done. We make conscious and unconscious decisions every day. I mean, think about all of the unconscious decisions that you make every day because you follow a ritual. What do you do every day? Do you get out of bed, eat breakfast, brush your teeth, and take a shower? Or do you get out of bed and then just take a shower and then leave? Or are you like me who wakes up at 7 every morning, shuts off their alarm clock, sets it for another half an hour, wakes up to their alarm clock again, and then set it again for another 15 minutes and then get up? These rituals that we follow every day are fairly unconscious. We're not really aware, we're just kind of following our day-to-day lives. And to reach a large goal, you have to do more than make one decision. This is something you have to transform to a ritual and make consistent decisions towards. Like, if you want to lose weight, you can't just work out once or every once in a while. It has to become a ritual, one thing that you do every day. I'm sure many of you heard that it takes something like 30 days to build a habit. So you have to make conscious decisions for those 30 days before it starts to feel normal, like a normal ritual in your life. Something that becomes more unconscious and you don't have to put as much effort into. I mean, the first couple days of working out sucks. There's this voice in your head saying, "What are you doing? This sucks. Stop what you're doing right now." I remember like a few weeks ago I ran for the first time in a long time, and it was a decision. I was going to run for a solid hour without stopping, even if I ran slowly for some of it and burnt out. I wasn't going to walk any of it. But the whole time there was this voice in my mind saying, "What are you doing? This sucks. Stop it. Stop it right now." And it was really hard to fight. When you are building a habit, neural pathways are actually being formed in your brain. So basically, if you have a habit, these same neural pathways are being used all of the time. So they are very strong. They have very strong connections. The pathways are very easy to use. So if you do the same thing every day, like smoke, you have this neural pathway in your brain which makes it very easy for those signals to travel through. Think of a field like this field, per se. So this field is fairly hard to walk through, and if I start walking across this field every single day, say I lived around here and I had to cross this field every single day, after a while, if I kept walking down the same path, it would start to get beaten down. And after a while, that beaten down path would be easy to walk through to my destination of the road that's over there somewhere. But let's say one day I don't want to walk in that particular direction anymore. I want to walk that way. Well, there's no pathway that way, so it's going to be a lot more difficult to start using that way when it's so easy just to take that path. You know what I mean? Even stressful situations that you start out doing, but you do every day just because you feel like you have to. After a while it becomes easy. Maybe not even easy, but it's just so ritual that you just do it every day. Like work. My particular job requires a lot of work. And when I first started working there, I found it very stressful every day. I found it very overstimulating. I wasn't used to it at all, but you know what? It was a job. I got paid for it. I couldn't just quit after 2 days. It's something I had to do. Plus, I like where I work, but at the same time, I was new to it, so it was very stressful. This was something I had to do, so I did it every day, and after a while, I just got used to it because the neural pathways in my mind were fired the same way every single day, and after a while a path was beaten there, and it was just a habit that I followed. Same with exercising. That first day I went running, it sucked. It didn't suck so much because my muscles hurt or my legs hurt or I was moving my body. In fact, my muscles weren't even that sore because I was doing like a light jog and my arms weren't that sore. It was more of that part of my mind nagging me not to do it because it felt uncomfortable for me to start doing this new behavior. But after a couple weeks I've been exercising, and I mean, it's still hard. It's still like I'm working out really hard lately, and my muscles are just dead at the end. My muscles hurt a lot more than my mind at this point because I feel satisfied that I did it, I followed through, and it's just getting easier for me to do that habit. I've even noticed that there's a few things that I want to do every day, and one of the things that has been consistent is exercising, and every time it's been hard to do. It's been a hard exercise, but it just, the fact that I'm making it more ritual makes it easier and easier to at least get into every time. You know when you go to the gym, the hardest part is getting there. The getting there process, the starting working out process is getting easier every time. The workouts still remain tough, but my willingness to do the exercise and keep on top of it is getting easier. Like I don't have to push myself as hard to get out there. It's just something that's starting to become ritual. It's just something that I'm starting to say, okay, this is just something I have to do. Even if like half the time I don't feel like working out. Like it's not working out for me. Like some people really enjoy working out. I don't really enjoy working out. I enjoy the way I feel afterwards. The working out process though, I don't really like doing that much, to be honest. But it's just something that I'm getting into the habit of just saying, okay, this is something I have to do, just go and do it, and you'll feel better afterwards. And every time I'm enjoying it a bit more, but at the same time, if I could just be in shape without doing any work and be healthy without doing any work, then I would take that option, but that's not the case. It's something I have to do, but I'm just saying it's getting easier every time because I know for a fact that the neural pathways in my mind to build this habit are becoming stronger. If you want any more information on this stuff, look up neuroscience, look up how the brain is plastic. This is fairly new stuff in the field of psychology and biology. Only in the last, I don't know how many years, but it's still pretty new that we learned that even as adults, our brains remain to be plastic. When we're little babies and we're learning everything all at once, our brains are being formed, all of the habits, the things that we are learning, all change our brain. And before, the perception was that when you're an adult, our brains stop, forming and changing, but that's not the case. It's just a lot harder to change your brain when you're older because you have so many like built-in wires to your brain already and so many neural pathways that you're just kind of unconsciously following. But if you force yourself, then you could change. You just have to really dedicate yourself to building different patterns, different rituals, different habits, like working out or whatever you want to do. But as you do that, neural pathways are, in fact, still being formed in your brain every day. Alright, I think that's enough. Peace.